Today I have a story to tell you. These are all of my rank 2 6 stars. I had a 2 to 3 gem expiring in less than 24 hours from the July 4th sales. Now, there are definitely a lot of champions here on this page that I would love to take to rank 3 and who I plan to take to rank 3 in the future. Captain America being the prime candidate in my opinion. He is absolutely 1,000,000,000% going to rank 3 very, very soon. I would prefer if he was duped, but hey, lots of really great options here. However, I decided to start scrolling through my roster, and I was looking at the whole thing. I was just thinking to myself, who could be a very interesting and fun Battlegrounds rank up? Something that's very unique that not many people have. Something I've wanted to do for a while for a bunch of different reasons. And I said, it's now or never. If I don't rank up Electro with this 2 to 3 gem that is expiring in less than 24 hours, he's never going to rank 3. This is a champion that I've always wanted to take to rank 3 just because I think he's freaking cool, man. He's not the best, but he has a very unique ability that when there is a shock debuff or passive on him, his attack gets pretty freaking high. It makes him really good for stuff like EMP modification and other nodes like that. And also, not to mention, I'm probably going to stick him on Alliance for defense too. He's a pretty unique rank up for defensive purposes. He requires a very specific counter for Battlegrounds, which is definitely something that I'm looking for here. My eye was looking to Korg as well, but Korg is only SIG 20. They do kind of similar things. However, you can technically fight Korg with anybody. You can't technically fight Electro with anybody. So, while they cover that same kind of niche, I kind of felt like Electro was the cooler and more unique option, man. And it's not just that. It's a little bit more than that, too. If you have been watching my channel for a very, very long time, you might remember this video right over here. This 6-star rank 3 Electro video that I made over 2 years ago. It was in May of 2020. I just recently took Phoenix to rank 3 because I remember the Phoenix video I made about a year and a half ago, and I had so much fun making the video, and I felt super nostalgic doing so. It kind of made me want to do the same thing with Electro, man. So what I want to show off in this video is essentially what I was just talking about. The same thing that I made in the video from about 2 and a bit years ago, right? I'm going to show you that EMP modification and why I like Electro for it, man. He is easily one of the most simple champions in the entire game. He doesn't have any abilities aside from this. What he does is he increases the duration and the ability accuracy of the defender's shock effects. So as you can see, that EMP modification shock is very, very long. It's very long on us here, right? And it's going to increase our attack rating. I am running suicides here. Fisticuff starts on this fight, so you won't see it, right? I'm not going to use Special 1 or Special 2 against Ultron because he's going to go ahead and heal back the energy damage, right? But what I want to do here is just build up as many shock passes as I possibly can, go for a nice, beefy Special 3, and yeah, man, just kind of take it slow. Now, in my opinion, this is still one of the hardest bosses in the entire game just because of how specific it is. You need pretty much a shock or buff immune champion, right? That is either science or cosmic, and there are definitely many science champions who are buff immune now who can do this fight, but back when this fight was released, there were not too many options. This is the final boss of variant 1, and it was one of the hardest bosses that I came across while doing content as it was released. It was very tough at the time. This is so long ago at this point. 3 years ago this content was released, right? But Electro has always been one of the best options for it because of this shock ability, which I think is very, very cool and very, very unique. Right? Now, it's not every day that you find shocks on you, but whenever you do, Electro is going to be a fun option for those fights, which I think is very cool. Now, Electro is also a champion who is a prime candidate for a buff. He has absolutely nothing going on aside from this shock ability here, right? His special attacks have a % chance to place a stun on the opponent, and with the Spider-Man stealth suit synergy, he has a chance to place a shock debuff on the defender if that stun happens to fail. that is essentially all he has going on. His Sig ability gives him higher crit rate, the more power him and the defender have, right? So that's cool, kind of makes him like a Science Corvus or something like that. Not really. But he's cool, man, and like I said, the most unique thing about Electro is the fact that if you don't have a champion who does not make contact with their attacks, you are going to be taking a very decent amount of Thorns damage back, which is why he's so intriguing to me for Battleground defense, right? So I've been playing Battlegrounds, you know, pretty casually since it came back, just for fun. I'm not going super hardcore on it. I'm really not. I'm just playing it for fun, essentially. I haven't even streamed it yet. But every time Electro pops up for the draft, I always choose him because I just want to have fun with it, man. And usually my opponent always takes a bunch of Thorns damage from him, which is huge when you want to finish the fight with as much health as possible. Now, I'm sure you're wondering, like, how does he do normally when there aren't shocks? Honestly, man, not too good. Like, let's just be honest. He's not good for generic stuff at all. Like, if there are going to be a lot, if there's a node where it's like contact with the defender places a stacking shock debuff or passive on you, dude, Electro is actually going to be really good for that path. Like, straight up. But if it's like, hey, here's a path in a quest, you are not going to want to be using Electro. Now, here's a pretty solid special too. 40k, you know, with suicides, like, and the stun debuff is nice, you know, and we get the shocks that are like okay with the Spidey synergy. Like, he is, like, you know, fine. He hits harder than Groot does. It's not like he is the worst hitting champion in the game, but he's like well below average too. But like I said, man, the reason why I ranked him was I'm going to put him probably on Alliance War defense. I think he's going to be require a specific counter, which could be, you know, tougher in planning and take away some other additional options later on in the map, which could potentially be a great way to go. And also, specifically for Battlegrounds as well, I think he's a really cool and unique pick for Battlegrounds, which is what I was looking to do with that 2-3 gem, man. So I was really going back and forth between Korg, Electro, and Mephisto for that specific reason. And Electro got the nod because, like I said, man, there's no doubt about it, Electro is the worst champion of all of the options for that rank 3 gem. Since it was expiring, since I've done so many really good rank ups lately, it kind of felt like it was now or never for a champion that I wanted to take up for such a long time. So that's pretty much all there is to it, man. Just a quick little fun video on one of my latest rank 3s. This is my 79th rank 3, so it's kind of at the point where I can do these fun and luxury rank ups just for fun, you know? Like I said, man, like, would it probably have been a better investment for the gem to take Sam Wilson to rank 3, even Mephisto to rank 3, Thing to rank 3, Mangog, Mysterio, Angela? Yeah, obviously, man. But, you know, lately, like I've been saying very often in all these ranking videos, this is a game, and I want to play the game in a way that I'm going to have the most fun. And I was looking at Electro saying, like, man, a rank 3 duped Electro really looks like a fun time to have in the account, man. So I went for it. And you know what? I don't regret it at all because, hey, he's pretty cool. All right, that's it for this video. If we match in Battlegrounds and you don't have a champion drafted that does not make contact with their basic attacks, I apologize. That's going to be it for this video. If you enjoyed it, drop a like. Comment what you think about rank 3 Electro in the comment section below. Did it shock you? Did this rank up shock you? Let me know. Hit the subscribe button, and I'll be seeing you around, man.